A pleasant good morning. Welcome to Mike's Morning Musings for this Tuesday, March 10th. We're gaining on it, 2026. Maine women are gaining on it. They're going to go to the America East Championship game coming up on Friday afternoon. Beating Binghamton last night at the pit, which was mobbed. It was a great atmosphere. I saw a bit of it on ESPN+. 60-56 the final score. Adriana Smith, she could be the greatest player in Maine history. She had another double-double. 39 minutes, she took 1 minute off, had 26 points and 12 rebounds. She's just a fantastic player, played great defense. Maine also got 17 from Sarah Talon. So good for Maine. They play in the America East title game against Vermont, in Burlington on Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. And I just looked it up to be sure. They split during the regular season. Vermont won here, Maine won there. So each team, for what it's worth, has proven that it can win on the other team's court. So good for Amy Vachon after a very up and down regular season. They're 19-12 now and one win away from going to the big dance on the women's side. So good for the Maine women. The Celtics in action tonight against the San Antonio Spurs. NBA Finals preview? Could be crazier things, right? The Celtics now with a record of 43-21, and San Antonio is 47-17. So a chance to see Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs tonight. The game's on national television on NBC. If you're like me and your provider is Fubo, we don't have NBC because they're in a contract dispute with Fubo. So it's on regular NBC if you happen to have access to that. I don't, but maybe you do. I'm sure I can figure out a way to pirate it. If I don't, I will call my pirate consultant. I will text my pirating stuff off the internet consultant. That is my son. It's amazing the stuff he finds, the places he finds for me to watch games that I don't have a subscription to. So the Celtics and the Spurs, they're going to play at 8 o'clock tonight. The Bruins are playing tonight. And they're playing at home. That means they're going to win, right? They've won 11 games in a row at home. They're taking on the LA Kings today. They can't win a game on the road, which, if they make the playoffs and they're not the home team, don't have the higher seed, they're going to go out in the first round. All right, World Baseball Classic. Red Sox players just flat out going off all over the place. You got Masataka Yoshida for Japan, who is the Japanese version of Babe Ruth. He's been way better than Shohei Ohtani. And then he comes back to camp with the Sox. There's no place to put him because Roman Anthony is obviously there. And Roman Anthony with a bomb of a 3-run home run last night. USA beat Mexico 5-3. Jaron Duran's playing for Mexico. He had 2 home runs last night. He looks absolutely fantastic. Garrett Whitlock with a save for the United States team. But I mentioned the U.S. because Tarik Skubal, 2-time Cy Young Award winner who pitched 3 innings the other day for the United States, then said he's going home because he wants to stay on his schedule to start opening day for the Tigers. So in a Bob Nightingale piece right here on USA Today that I'm reading, it says if this were a year ago, let's go back. Just lost that page. Hurry up. If this were a year ago, Tarik Skubal would be staying with Team USA and available to pitch in a potential World Baseball Classic title game. But if this year were next year, and Skubal were already signed to the richest pitching contract in baseball history, which he's going to get if he stays healthy, he wouldn't have any thought about it. So here he is, 2 straight Cy Young Awards, although I still think you can make a case for Garrett Crochet. But anyway, I want to stick to the topic here. He is leaving Team USA, Tarik Skubal, to go back to Lakeland, Florida, and join the Tigers. He says he will remain the biggest cheerleader that the team has. Quote, obviously, when I got here, my emotions kind of changed a little bit. My thought process changed a little bit. I tried to make it work, but just couldn't. I hate it. When he was asked if he was at peace with his decision, he shook his head. I'm Tarik Skubal now. No, I'm still not. The only way I'll be at peace with it is in Miami after we win the whole blank thing. It's a tough decision, It's hard. It's really hard. I've been trying to make it work. I love America. I love our country. I love everything that this tournament is about. And then you leave. Now, obviously, the circumstances are Skubal is about to be a free agent. He's got what looks like a $400 to $500 million payday waiting for him. And so he's being careful with his arm. So he said he had a heart-to-heart with his agent, Scott Burris, and a friend of mine just texted me about this and said, that's factually inaccurate because Scott Burris doesn't have a heart. That's the line of the day. So Tarik Skubal said he was provided with plenty of research from Boris and his staff showing that arm injuries typically happen in spring training and right after the All-Star break. The idea of risking an injury that could derail his massive payday was too great to ignore. So the lure of the almighty dollar, the Benjamins, is the reason that Tarik Skubal, who I love, Tarik Skubal is fantastic. And I don't doubt his love for his country and all that stuff. And I'm going to play the role of an old man now. Can you imagine if Bob Gibson or Sandy Koufax or Don Drysdale, or if you want to get a little closer to modern day stud pitchers, Roger Clemens, I think, would stay. I know times are different, and they didn't worry about injuries 50 years ago. Bob Gibson got hit by a line drive, broke his leg, and kept on pitching. I know. Get off my lawn. I know, I got you here. But if you're going to be there, if you're going to go and play for Team USA, I don't care if you have one at bat, you don't leave afterwards, all right? You don't leave if you're Tarik Skubal. This is a bad look. I know Skubal doesn't care. Scott Burris doesn't care. He doesn't have a heart. And it's all about the Benjamins here. But this is a really bad look for Tarik Skubal. And now this year, see, this is what Tarik Skubal, see what he's made me do? He's made me root against him this year. I hope he goes 3-18 this year. And get off my lawn or I'm getting my hose out.